Have you ever wondered how the elite 1% live their dream lives while the rest of us hustle? Well, you've come to the right place. Getting rich isn't about how much money you make in a year. It's about how fast you make it. And if you're dying to know the secret of making big money, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. Now, let's get right into how you can become a millionaire and the truth no one tells you. First, the world can be divided into two groups, the 1% and the 99%. The top 1% of the population owns most of the world's wealth. That means they have the income and assets to do whatever they want with their lives. The other 99 include people with full-time employment who may or may not have completed higher education. Some of these people even have to make ends meet by living paycheck to paycheck, since they have so little saved. You're probably now in the 99%, but you'll want to join the 1% after seeing this video. I mean, how did they do it? Is it even possible to become a billionaire after seeing all those Instagram millionaires flaunting their mansions, sports cars, exotic holidays, and other expensive items that you'll likely never be able to afford? Yes, but it's not easy. You have to put in a lot of time and effort on your own. But when you reach your goal of becoming a billionaire, you'll be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, without worrying about money. And if you're wondering how that's even possible, just wait until the very end of this video. Wait, doesn't getting rich quickly mean doing something illegal? That's a common misconception. But let me make a suggestion. It might be in your best interest to hope that you can get rich quickly. The reason is simple. You don't have the time to sit around and wait for money to slowly come in. Wealth isn't just measured by how much money you have. Imagine making $25,000 a year for 40 years. You would have $1 million by then. Doesn't that sound amazing? But there's a catch. Are you really wealthy? Not really. Why? Well, because it took you 40 years to get $1 million together. Now, let's look at a different scenario. You still make $1 million, but instead of it taking you 40 years, you make it in just 1 year. Are you now rich? Yes, for sure. You are now in the world of millionaires. Now, think about this. It's still the same $1 million. The only difference is how quickly you got it. Here's the interesting part. If you can get rich in a short amount of time, you'll have more time to enjoy it. Why not enjoy your hard-earned money for 30, 40, 50, or even 60 years instead of 65 when you might only have a decade or so to enjoy it? Timing is the most important difference. That's why wealth isn't measured by the amount of money you make, but by how quickly you make it. Now, let's talk about how to actually become a millionaire. Well, first, we need to clear up some of the most common money myths that keep people from getting rich. The first is that getting a good education and then getting a job costs a lot of money. A lot of people think this is the best way to get rich and successful, and I don't blame them, since that's exactly what society taught us. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against working a job. But if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you want to become a millionaire, and working a job is not the best way to get there. Now, let's look at why that is. When you have a job, you have to trade your time for money. And now the problem is that there are only so many hours in a day, so you can never make more money than a certain amount. If you took 40 hours a week and make $30 an hour, it'll take you 17 years to make $1 million from your job, and that's before taxes, inflation, and other costs. So it could take you more than 20 years to make $1 million from your job. So you would have to give up 20 years of your life that you can't get back just to make $1 million, even though you could have done things differently and still made $1 million without giving up 20 years of your life. So, lesson 1 is, don't trade your time for money. So you might be thinking, how are there so many young millionaires? What they did to get there, and why you weren't taught this in school? Well, think of it this way. If you want what most people don't have, you have to do what most people won't do. And what are you not doing? Well, you just haven't come up with a way to make money while you're sleeping. So just how are you going to put this system together? You'll need to start a business around something that people want and that can grow. With a business, you can make as much money as you want, which is different from a job. If you work 40 hours a week for $30 an hour, you can never make more than a certain amount. But if you have a business that goes without you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can make as much money as you want. But now you have to figure out what kind of business you want to start, which is the hard part. And remember that your business will fail if you can't grow and if people don't want it. But you can get around this problem and keep the market happy by starting a business that fixes a problem. There are thousands of businesses you can start, like this YouTube channel or the program used to edit YouTube videos. You can start a business based on anything. But it's much easier if it's something you enjoy. And that is the end of the second lesson. Start a business around something that solves a problem and meets the market's needs. If you've got something in mind already, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep giving you the best investment advice. Moving on, if you want your business to do well, pay close attention to this. Let's look at Amazon, one of the most famous companies in the world. Amazon now has more than 147,000 employees, but that wasn't always the case. Jeff Bezos started Amazon all by himself. But he knew that if he wanted to grow his business and turn it into an empire, he couldn't do it all by himself. He had to pay money to hire people to help him. This is something you have to do if you want to grow your business and get older faster. If we look at how Amazon works now, its founder, Jeff Bezos, doesn't even have to be there. This is the kind of method you need to build for your business. So you can concentrate on coming up with ideas and letting your team grow the business. Your team has your back, so you don't have to do any of the dirty work. That's the end of lesson 3. You need to put money back into your business if you want it to grow and be successful. What do you do after you get a salary from your business that you can spend however you want? Instead of buying liabilities with that money, you should buy investments. Things like cars and clothes that you owe money on don't make you any money. But when you buy things like real estate, stocks, or a business, you make money. So it's important to buy assets instead of bills first. But finally, if you have an asset like an investment in real estate that can pay for a liability, like a Lamborghini, then it's time to buy it. And that's the end of the 4th lesson. Buy assets before debts. Now that you know the basics of building wealth and how to become a millionaire, the next step is to put what you've learned into practice. People don't do anything in 99% of cases, but the 1% who do will be honored. The truth is that you'll never know everything. In fact, when you run your own business, you'll have to deal with problems every day, and there's no way to get ready for that. So the best thing to do is just get going and deal with problems as they arise. And you can find the answer to all of your troubles online. Now, it's totally fine if you've watched this video up to this point and decided that it's not for you. Not everyone can run a business. But if you decide that this is what you want to do with your life and you're ready to take on this task, it could change your life. And don't forget why you started in the first place. Not because you want money, but because you want to be free. And if you want to learn more about how to become a millionaire and change your life, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, where we bring you the latest financial updates.